guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Happy Thursday. Today we are on day 13 of unemployment, and I am starting to get antsy. Yesterday I didn't really have anything lined up or anything to do, and I'm pretty sure like the only thing I did yesterday was take Poppy on a walk, hey Poppy, and go on a run. So this morning I woke up and I was feeling just this morning I woke up and I was just feeling a little discouraged, a little down, and I feel like this whole time since I've been laid off I've tried to stay like positive and upbeat, and I'm really someone that believes that like timing is everything and everything happens for a reason in its own time, and I've been really trying to stick to that. But I got some not upsetting news this morning, but I heard back from the recruiter that I for the position that I had a final interview with on Monday, and he said it wasn't going to be until like next week, like later next week, that I would hear something, or even the week after, which I mean isn't bad news. They have to get through all of the, sorry, there are like two birds fighting outside my window. I have never seen this before. Oh my gosh, wait, I'm gonna show you guys. Okay, I couldn't get them like flying, but they were in the air flying, like fighting with each other. Anyway, it's not necessarily bad news. It's just like a really long time to wait. And I feel like that's something not a lot of people talk about, is just how long corporate job interview processes are. I mean, for this position alone, I had 5 separate interviews. And just to give you guys like a perspective on the timeline, I applied for this job maybe like April 14th. And it is now May 25th, and I still don't have an answer. So that's like over a month, and that's just for one position. And I've been applying for other positions too, and I'm interviewing, or I'm like in early talks with a couple of recruiters, but it's a really long, drawn out process, and it's really draining too. And sometimes you don't even get the job after putting in that much time and effort. So I think I just woke up after reading that email from the recruiter and just feeling like a little nervous, a little anxious. It's not a good feeling. But to make ourselves feel better, I took Poppy and myself to Starbucks and got a little coffee and an iced lemon loaf, because it was just one of those days. I'll put my coffee order like on the screen somewhere. And yes, Poppy did get a pup cup. I don't go to Starbucks a lot. Honestly, this is the first time I've gone to Starbucks in maybe a couple of months. If I do get coffee, there's so many local coffee shops in Memphis and some right around me, but I did have a gift card, and since we're unemployed, we are trying to save money. So I went to Starbucks and my coffee was basically free. But yeah, that's how my morning started off. I also just got off the phone with my wealth advisor, and I'm officially separated from my company now. So we were able to roll over everything I've contributed to my 401k to a rollover account. So that money isn't just sitting and it's under my control now. Or not under my control, but it's in a separate account, like detached from the company or the former company we use for our 401k. That's another tip. If you got laid off, don't forget about your 401k, because there's a lot of money in there, and it could just be sitting in there if you forget about it. And depending on the company that your organization uses for your 401k, sometimes you lose that money if you don't do anything with it, if you've been separated from the company. I don't remember what the timeline for mine was, but there was a certain time limit. Like if I wanted this, I had to get it out before a certain time. It might be like a year or something. Like I said, every company is different. But I knew, because I have left a company before, and this was already on like the forefront of my mind, but I talked to my wealth advisor this morning, and since I got my last paycheck yesterday from the company, I'm officially severed. So we were allowed to pick it up and put it in one of my other accounts I have with them. I feel like it sounds I really have my shit together when I say my wealth advisor. I don't, and that's why I have a wealth advisor. I don't like have a ton of money in stocks or investments. I started working with a wealth advisor a couple of years ago just because, like, when you're starting working and when you leave your first job, there's just like a lot of things that I wanted to make sure I did right. And one of my good family friends, one of my sister's friends, is a wealth advisor, so I just go and see her. Look at Poppy falling asleep standing up. You're crazy. You're crazy. By the way, I know Poppy needs a haircut. Her groomer is booked like a month in advance, so she's still got a couple weeks before she can get one, but I am aware she's looking scruffy. That is my morning so far. This is going to be a very chatty video, if you can't already tell. I don't really have anything on my list to do today, so I'm just going to kind of let the day tell me what to do, see what I'm feeling. I'm going to go inside and drink my coffee and eat my little loaf and snuggle with Poppy, and we're just gonna see where the day takes us. It is a bit later now, and I have been on the phone for the last almost hour because anything that can go wrong has gone wrong today, as far as like my paperwork and all the admin stuff that comes along with being unemployed. So first thing is, I signed up for my health insurance policy earlier this week. And it's not effective until June 1st, but you have to pay your premium before then, so you're actually covered. And I went to log into my account and I didn't have my member ID or anything yet, so I had to call customer service and get passed to like 3 different people. And then I finally got my login information, so I was able to register my account, and then I get on there and I still can't pay my premium. So then I had to call billing, and basically they said, your account's not ready yet. We still need time. And I said, okay, that's fine, but you guys said I had to pay before June 1st. And they were like, it might not be ready before June 1st, but don't worry, you won't be penalized. And I don't know, I'm just very skeptical about that. And it's making me a little nervous. I don't like that being out of my control, because health insurance obviously is very important. And then I filed for unemployment the day after my last day. That's the earliest time you can apply for it. And I thought everything was fine. I know every state is different when it comes to unemployment and like timing and when you can file, but I understood that there was like a week waiting period. So like the first week after you're unemployed, you can't file. Well, it turns out I was wrong. And I got a call from like the Office of Labor or Unemployed, I don't know the official title. And she was like, you can go ahead and file, but also like we heard from your employer something, how my employer reported my separation from the company. I think it was just someone in HR misfiled something. They also said I was like a part-time employee, and I wasn't. And so now I'm worried that my unemployment stuff isn't being filed correctly. And once again, that's like out of my control. I've done everything I can do from my side, but I don't like the feeling of that all being up in the air and out of control. And I feel like, not that we've become desensitized to people being laid off, but I feel like a lot of people have been laid off in the last year, and we think like, oh, that sucks. And in your mind, it's like, oh, the only thing you have to do when you're laid off is look for another job. And that's not it. You have to find health insurance. You have to file for unemployment. And at least in Tennessee, you have to like certify weekly. So it's not just a one and done thing. Like every week you have to file certification that like, yes, I'm still unemployed. Yes, I'm able to work. And I'm really grateful that we have that option to do that, but it's still like, there is a lot of admin work that goes on behind the scenes of being unemployed. And I feel like nobody really talks about it. This has all been a learning process for me. I totally understand how this can be so overwhelming for someone. And I'm starting to get overwhelmed because now things aren't working correctly and being filed correctly. But I'm just trying to trust that things will work out because they're out of my control now. There's nothing I can do. And that's a hard pill to swallow, but I mean, it is what it is. So that's my little venting session on unemployment admin work. I hope none of you find yourself in this position, but if you do, know that I am with you. I understand, and we just have to trust that everything's gonna be okay and everything's gonna work out, because that's all we can do. So we're sending that into the universe. Everything is fine. Everything is gonna get filed correctly, and come next week, all will be right. I just spent the afternoon reading and chilling, and it was really lovely. I actually started reading By a Thread by Lucy Score, because I gave up on Things We Hide from the Light, and I started reading By a Thread, and it is so good. I was like hooked in 5% of the book. And I think, honestly, I think I'm halfway done with it now. I read for like 3 hours straight, and it was so nice. But I came out of my reading marathon because I forgot I have dinner plans tonight. So I'm just gonna, I'm not gonna do my hair or anything. I'm just gonna wash my face and like get presentable and change my clothes. I was just thinking about something earlier today, because I've seen it a lot on my social media. But when did Charleston become like the new hot place to go? Nothing against Charleston. I've actually been a couple times and I love it, but I feel like everyone is going there right now. And I just want to know, am I missing something? Like, is there something new and cool about the place? Like I said, I love it, but I just feel like everyone's been going there right now. And it's making me want to plan a trip. I'm thinking about, I have like all this free time now, obviously, while I'm not working, and I'm like, oh, I should plan a trip. But I am struggling with the fact that like, I want to save money, obviously, because I don't know how long I'm going to be unemployed. But also, I feel like I should be taking advantage of this free time. Obviously, I didn't put any makeup on or anything. I don't own any makeup right now. I just put on some moisturizer, and then I put on like the Tula Rose Glow. I'll link it down below. I really like it. I feel like it really brightens up under my eyes. But now I'm gonna go change into what I'm wearing to dinner, which isn't anything crazy. I'm just changing out of the t-shirt and shorts I've been slumming in all day. This is what I decided on for dinner. There is nothing special about this outfit. I just have some Amazon joggers on. This shirt is from Outdoor Voices. I'm wearing my little Athleta belt bag, and then I'm wearing some APLs. Okay, change of plans. It's actually really, really hot outside. So I changed into these little wide leg linen pants from Old Navy. I'm wearing just some regular Birks, and then this like halter tank from Amazon. You guys, I swear I don't know what is going on today, but it's like anything paperwork related. I'm sorry, this lighting is really weird. Anything paperwork related today is just like weird. I went to go get my mail before I headed out, and there was an envelope for my apartment, and it said I owed $200 like towards June rent, which was really confusing to me because like my rent is more than $200. So I was like, I don't understand where this extra payment came from. And I went to the leasing office and I was like, hey, I might be stupid, but I don't really understand what's going on here. And it turns out like an apartment with like similar numbers to mine paid their last payment in a check, and it got applied to my account. And I was like, that's so weird. And she was like, no, that's so good you came down and you caught that, because like, yeah, you, in theory, you would have only paid $200 for your June rent, but like you could have been hit with a really awful late fee later down the road. So I'm glad I figured that out, but I don't know what is going on. Everything paperwork related today is just not working in my favor, and I'm hoping that changes soon. Okay guys, I'm back home. I had a lovely dinner and a lovely night. Tonight it just really felt like summer. I like drove home with the windows down and I was blasting music. It was so much fun. And I got home and did a quick little kitchen cleanup, and I just took a shower. And now I'm gonna self-tan. So I thought I'd show you guys what I use when I self-tan. The first thing I do is I always dry brush before I get in the shower and just like either get remaining tan off or just really good exfoliate. I just use this one. I got it from Amazon. And then for my face, I use Tan Luxe drops. My body, I use the Luxe Unfiltered Hydrating Self-Tanning Cream. And then if I like really want a good tan, I'm probably not gonna do this tonight because I really don't care that much, but I'll use like my back applicator. I'll show you guys this, and use this foam just for my back, just because it spreads a little easier than the lotion. I don't love self-tanning at night. I really don't like sleeping in self-tan, but I didn't really think about it earlier today, so I'm just gonna do it and let it develop overnight and deal with it. Okay guys, I think I'm gonna wrap up the vlog here. I've just got my Kindle and Poppy is telling me it's time for bed. I'm just gonna read a little bit and probably conk out. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm gonna do a weekend in my life this weekend for Memorial Day, so definitely stay tuned for that. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'm having so much fun filming these for you guys, and I hope you guys like them. So yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.